Hey guys. Hey Miss D. Hey Val. I gotta put my glasses on. Pay the bulldogs in the house. Hey Erica. Reality Rose in the house. I'm looking for something to put on my lips. Hey Kim. Kendra. Vibing with Valencia. I think I got that right. Valencia's. Ange. Thank you, Karen. Shout out to Karen. Karen hates our channel, guys, but she's here. Somebody got her real quick. Geeks raising geeks. That's what I wanted to come on for. I wanted to let you guys know that I'm good. I'm okay. I didn't want you guys like wondering. You know what I'm saying? Like usually I'll go through that, and I just kind of like. I made the video today because I was really feeling it. Like, I was really feeling it. Hey, everybody coming in. I did. I made a video. Angie helped me. I did the whole head blonde. This was the other day. I think it is my hormones because I just got my period, among other things. Everything that I've been through, everything. And I think that I held it together for a really long time. Like, I held it together, guys. Guys, I never cried. I don't even know how this is gonna look. I never cried. I never broke down. I kind of just held it all together, and I think that's what happened. But I want you guys to know, like, I have, all right, backstory, okay, because we are expected to hold it together. That's the problem. Yes, and I am really freaking good at holding it together for a really long time when I have to. But this is, I think, what my problem was or is through my whole life. Like, I never let anything stop me, ever. And I just did it. I did what I needed to do. And then one day, it was like I was 25 years old. And if you guys don't know the story, I'm gonna just say it because I think it needs to be known, the backstory of and it even just gives me like anxiety thinking about it, but the backstory of it is I was out the house at a really young age. I left my mother's house, and I basically have not been living with my mother since the age of 14. I went to detention centers. I went to foster homes. I went to group homes. My family loves your channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Shout out to Greeks Raising Greeks. Greek. Why do we say that? Geeks Raising Geeks. Thank you for the super chat. So I've been out the house. I've been through a lot. So, yes, I did not. Honey, it probably is your hormones, and you are the type of woman that thinks she's got to hold it together. I think you need a big hug and a day off from stress. I'm not really stressed. Everything's good right now. I think that it just caught up to me, and I really do think that right now it's hormones. I really do feel like that because I had PMS. I was a bitch, but I didn't feel the anxiety that I usually feel. So I'm 38 years old, and I went to Walmart to get ice cream with my kids. It was okay. I had only 5 people that said Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Christina. Aw, boo. Well, we're all gonna say happy birthday to you, babe. Everybody say happy birthday to Christina. So anyway, let me just tell you guys, okay? So I feel like this is how I got my anxiety. Um from growing and going through a lot of shit. Like when I was in the detention homes and things like that, um, I never let it break me. I just kind of just did the dang thing, and I never let it break me. I don't even think I ever cried. I try to sit like as an adult and think, how did I feel as a child, as a teenager? Because I didn't go back home. I eventually went back home when I was 15 years old, but I didn't stay there. I left at 16. I was so used to being away. It was like I didn't need my mother anymore. And um so I met a guy. He was a boy. He was 17. I was 15, or he was 16. We were a year apart. And I moved in with him. And um from there I have been on my own. Look at everybody saying happy birthday to you now. Um, you push it aside and it came out as anxiety as an adult. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And guys, when I was 25, I had, okay, so I didn't graduate high school. No, I didn't. I quit high school at the age of 16. It was a goal of mine. I was like, you know what? I'm leaving the house. Going from detention center to foster care, all that other stuff. Hola, Nelly. Um, I I got my education, but I wasn't like up to whatever. So when I eventually got back in school, I had to work extra hard. So anyway, I dropped out at 16, moved in with my boyfriend. I wanted to go back to school, but I couldn't, because I wasn't in the district, whatever. My mom pulled me out of high school. And so I was with the guy from 15, 16, 17, so like a year and a half, 2 years. At that point, I was living with him. I had to pull my own weight. I got a job at 15. I had a summer job, first of all. Then I went and I bagged at a grocery store. Then I got my first real job that I stayed at for like almost 2 years. My first job was at Arby's. And I stayed there and I used to bus it and I would come home. I had my own apartment at 17 with my boyfriend. We had moved out of his mother's house. So I've been doing it on my own since then. And then I met Kilo. And we started our little family. And I moved to Buffalo, New York. He wanted me to move with him. At that point, I was out the house anyway. And thank you, Mary. You are amazing. You are amazing. So I moved with him. And then 18 years old, I was pregnant with Tony. Still not going to school, just working. And I got pregnant with Tony. We moved back to Connecticut. I wanted to be closer to my mother. At that point, I was grown. And we started building a relationship back again. Like, she kept in touch with me, whatever. So everything was good. I was working with Tony. Tony was about 2. We were living in this city, not a very good neighborhood. And I always was working. At 20, I think I got my license. And I got my first car. And I used to drive everywhere. I even drove to New York City. And I was the type of person that would get up, get out, do whatever I wanted to do. I have no fear, really. I didn't have anxiety. Although it was like OCD, and I could never sit down. I was constantly cleaning. I had to have everything exactly like what my mind needed it. And I think that was a part of my anxiety. But at that point, I didn't realize it until I started getting a little bit older and I had lay low. And I started realizing I'm really scared of a lot of things with my children. Like I was really getting, hey everybody just joining. I was really getting afraid, basically for my kids. I would overthink. Yes, I had definitely had OCD. My mother has OCD too. So I would I mean, I couldn't even sit down to watch a movie. Like Kilo wanted to watch a movie with me back in the day. I couldn't. I could not do it. I couldn't sit. I had things. Yes, I did. Hey, Jackie. So Jackie knows. Um, Me and Jackie been through a lot. Like I'm emotional, guys. I'm really emotional. Um, it's my best friend from back since we were 10 years old. So she's been there. Um, Jackie, I had a bad day today. My anxiety was bad. So I'm on here just explaining where it stemmed from, how it came. But Jackie was around since I was 10 years old. So Jackie was there when I left. And she was my best friend. And I left her. I left her and um, I started my own journey in life, and I kind of left her, and then eventually, we came back together. But she was always there, and she went through her own shit. Like, anyway, um, so moving forward, I had Tony. I was pregnant with Tony. I went back to school. I was getting my GED, and just my belly was just too big. I had to quit. So then I was working, and then I got pregnant with Laylo at 21, and I was working, and I got too big. I used to clean houses, and I got too big, and I was working and going to a GED program, and every time I was going to the GED program, I was pregnant, and I had to leave. Okay, so after Layla was born, I was working at CVS Pharmacy, and I just wasn't happy. I wanted to, first of all, I was the type of person that just needed to keep moving, and they wanted me to stand behind this counter, and I just couldn't do it. That just wasn't in me. So I remember being there at the cash register, okay, with my damn OCD, okay, at that point, still no anxiety, damn OCD with the Q-tip. That freaking register was so damn dirty. I took a Q-tip and some spray, and I cleaned out every crevice. I had to keep myself busy. Every crevice of the computer, the cash register. Okay, yeah. And I would get in trouble because I'd be like, somebody would come up and be like, "Oh, hi, I'm looking for this," and I'll be like, "Oh, can I help you? I want to help you. I wanted to help. I just wanted to help. Fuck being behind the register. I can't help you behind the register, but just take your cash." And I couldn't just stand there. So I told myself, as I was going to get my GED, I didn't think I was ready. I was going, I was working, I was going. I wasn't pregnant anymore. I didn't think I was ready to take it. And they were like, "Listen, Melissa, you're ready. You are ready. You have been ready. What are you afraid of? Just take it. You are ready." So, I'm like, all right, but I don't think I'm ready. Um, so I said, all right, I'm going to schedule it. I paid for it. I went down and I took it and I fucking passed it. And at this point, it was like the longer you waited, well, the stuff got out of your head. I had to really study. I had to, because I was out of school for all that time. So I had to bust my ass to really get that GED. Because, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. So, and the harder the test gets. So, I'm sorry, I can't read the comments. I'll get distracted. So anyway, I took the GED and I told myself, if I get my GED, I'm going to college. I'm going to college. I'm doing it. So I stayed working. I got my GED. I tried to stay working some more, but I was like, what are you doing, Melissa? What are you doing? Go to college now. Like something in my body just was like, you know what? Just go to college now. Just go. So I did. I did everything. I used to drive there, go to college. I took one semester. I wanted to go for human services because I really wanted to be like, I just want to help people. Help people. I really wanted to work in like a WIC office where you're like connected. You see these people all the time. I didn't want to work in like for DCF. I could never try to take somebody's kids away from them. I just couldn't do that. So, but anyway, I had to do um, a presentation, and I think that was the very first panic attack I had. Was when I did a presentation. I was doing good. I passed everything my first semester, and then I got that panic attack, and it was right at the end of the semester. I still kept going, but it was right at the end, and I'm like, you know what? I decided that going for human services wasn't what I really wanted to do because I didn't want to be a social worker. So I stopped going to college at 25. A couple months later, I was in the car. I had to take my brother-in-law to a job interview. I was working at the time for a telemarketing agency. And I was in the car. I kept getting this weird feeling in my shoulder. And I kept getting this feeling of needing to take a deep breath, but I couldn't. But I was like, I didn't know what it was. I never felt that before. So I get in the car. I remember thinking, this is kind of hard, guys, because it's going to bring me back to that moment. My finger just twitched. So I get in the car. I am feeling a little bit weird. And we're driving, and I get about 15 minutes away from home. And all of a sudden, it's really, really hard for me to breathe. And my hands start cramping up. Some of you may have heard this story before. Me and Kilo had told it. My hands start cramping up as I'm driving. I'm driving, and my hands are like closing. So now I'm gripping the steering wheel. I cannot even let go of the steering wheel. My hands will not let me. So I had to pull over. Somehow I'm freaking out to my brother-in-law, like, Jesus, I don't know what's wrong with me. Jesus, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with my hands? Like, I'm driving. I'm in the middle of driving, and he is looking at me like, I don't know, Mel. I don't know. So I pull over. I get off the highway. Even to this day, when I pass that, I just got the chills. When I pass that restaurant, I still feel the feeling that I felt that day. So, I get off. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking, I need some water or something. I need some water. So I run inside the restaurant like this with my cramped hands. And I'm like, I need water. I need water. I need water. And she gives me water. I'm like, but how am I supposed to hold it? My hands were like this. So I'm like, give me a straw. Give me a straw. So then she gives me a straw, and I'm drinking the water. They call 911 because they're like, this girl is not okay. So I get in there. I get in the ambulance. I don't even know where my brother-in-law went. I don't even know. At this time, I don't even think we had cell phones. Maybe we did. I don't know. Anyway, that was my very first panic attack. And from there, I lost myself. I totally fucking lost myself. And my best friend can tell you more than I can. My husband can tell you more than I can. Because I think that I actually had like a mental breakdown. I think I did. So obviously they took me to the hospital. They said this is what happened. They said something was going on with my heart. AFib. I don't know. Something was going on with my heart. They tried me on all these medications. I wasn't good. I wasn't good to taking medications. But anyway, I needed to. After that, I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't eating. I was down to like 120 pounds. I was just really bad. Every time I went to sleep, 5 minutes later, I would wake up. So eventually, I told, and Kilo would try everything. He would try everything. That man, you never know how much a man loves you until, like, you lose it. Like, you get sick or something tragic happens, because that man tried everything to keep me asleep. He would rub my back for hours. That used to work. It wasn't working. I just could not sleep. So I said, babe, I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. Something's wrong. I feel like I'm going crazy. After like over a week of not sleeping, it'll make you go crazy. So I get in there and I'm like, please, please, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Please keep me here. Keep me here until I'm okay. Just keep me here. And they're like, ma'am, you're not going crazy. You have anxiety and panic disorder. And then from there, obviously, they had to put me into a group, where I had to go to a group and talk about with other women, which did not help at all, because it would just make me more anxious listening to their stories. Put me on medication that wasn't good for me. My best friend would just be like, Melissa, you gotta take it. You gotta just keep taking it. You can't stop. You just gotta take it. And I would cry. And anyway, I went 2 years like that, with panic. I couldn't even get into the car. The minute I got into the car, I would get a panic attack. If I drove, even with somebody else, I would get a panic attack. We were going to Kwasi, I would get a panic attack. In the store, I would get a panic attack. I feel like I'm gonna faint. And my hands would just cramp up. It was just bad, okay, for 2 years. And I didn't let myself stay that way. I pushed myself every day. I pushed myself to go outside, although I felt like I was dreaming when I was out there. I pushed myself to get into the car, even just to hold the keys and open the door and just sit there. I pushed myself every day. I pushed myself. And eventually I would tell Kilo, babe, I'm going to try to go around the block. So I would maybe get down the block. I would start having a panic attack. I would stop for a second. I would go back. I did that. I just kept doing that. When I felt strong enough, I just kept doing that. I just kept doing that until eventually I was able to drive across town. And now, I can drive. I can drive in my town. I can drive if there is an emergency. I can drive. I can drive to the next city. I can do that. So, and then I went to hair school with my anxiety. And I had to drive 20 minutes, a couple towns over. And I pushed myself then. Every morning I would have a panic attack to get to school, to do hair. So, to be where I am today, some people may not think that it's an accomplishment, but no one knows your struggle. Every single one of you that I talked to today, you're all fighting a fight within yourself, and you can win. It takes time to learn yourself again. You never get rid of anxiety. It never goes away. You learn how to deal with it. It's you. So when you feel like you did it, you did. When you feel like, oh my God, I can go into the store, even if it's for 10 minutes to run in and out, and you couldn't go into the store before, that was you. You conquered that. You did it. Because you could have sat back and say, I'm not going to do this. I can't do this. I can't. And you wouldn't do it. But the fact that you got up and you said, I'm going to go into this store, even if you just went in to buy a pack of gum and run out, that shit is big. So I have come a long way. No, I'm not doing hair. Okay? I'm not doing hair because I feel like, one, I got out of it. I should have stayed working at a salon. And I used to put my body through a lot with um, putting myself through anxiety, and it just became just not worth it to me. I would never let go of my license because I don't know what the future brings. I don't know. But I did that. I did that shit with everything I had, my panic, anxiety, everything I had. I pushed myself and I did that. And I will not sit back and be like, you know what? I did that, but I can't work in a salon. I'm not going to say that. I fucking did that. I went every single day for 2 years. I drove there. I got my license. I took the test. I am a hairdresser for the rest of my life. And I accomplished that. So if you accomplish something and you're not doing it, don't let anybody make you feel bad about not doing it, about what you can't do, because you know why you can't do it. So, I might be that old lady rolling rollers, but today I woke up and it was a bad day. And I chose to show you guys my bad day because I need you to know that I fight this fight every single day. Every fucking day. Every day. Every single emotion comes with anxiety. Every single one. I could be happy. I'm going to get anxiety. I'm okay with that now. I'm okay with that. I know that I'm going to be anxious. I don't know any other world. I don't know it. Right now, my hands are tingly and I'm anxious. But I'm okay with that because that is me. And I can't fight it. I can fight to stay above. And that's what I do every day. I fight the fight. And as long as you are trying your hardest and you're pushing yourself, you're fighting it too. I'm on meds. Yeah, I'm on a very low dose. I couldn't take any more than what I was taking because it just wasn't agreeing with me. So, and they did have me on some other medication before that, but that didn't work out either. That made me worse. All right, let me read the comments because I want to know what you guys are saying, and if you have any questions that I can answer. I'm gonna go way up. Mary, my panic attacks and depression started when I was 17. I take meds, but this has ruined my life. It could. For a while, I'm sure we all sat back and said, why do I have to be like this? Why does this have to happen to me? We all did that, but where does that get you? That doesn't get you anywhere. If you sit back and you think, why do I have to have anxiety? I wish I just could be normal. You will drive yourself crazy. The worst thing that I could say was me being afraid of myself. Once I learned that no, I wasn't going to pass out, or maybe I would. Maybe I would pass out. Who knows? But I will wake up and I will be okay. I will be okay. I forgot my other point, but I'm late. Had to order my doggy allergy meds. I feel you, my husband got me 100 all my ups and downs. I think his stretch over the years has made me stronger. Yeah. Attack was last year. I feel like I can control it now by breathing and telling myself I was okay. Is this normal? Yeah. Everybody's anxiety and the way they control it is all different. It's all normal. Whatever you got to do. Shoot, some people got to go like this to help their anxiety. Or who knows? That maybe some people have to rock. Who the hell knows? Who cares? Who cares what you have to do in order to get through your anxiety? Who really cares? As long as you know that you're going to be okay at the end of the day. Your past will always catch up with you, especially if you're holding on to trauma from years before it finds a way of sneaking up on you and it hits you in full force. I think that's what happened. Well, I know that's what happened to me. Thank you, Dawn. And you have 3 blessings. I had one at work before, and it was stressed. It was stress. Yep, I tell myself that every day. Thank you, Melanie. Yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I've been fighting this fight for over 10 years. Today was a bad day. It was a bad morning. I got through it though. I took Angie to lunch. I made sure, we walked down there. I came back. I cleaned up the pool with her. I went in the pool. I don't stop. I don't let it stop me. Guys, even though I was not feeling good, I had to go to the store. I got my period, so I had to go get some pads. I had to go get some cat food because the cats were screaming. Dang old fat cats, they always want to eat all day long. So I had to do that. So I went there, and Angie brought her allowance that she got, and she bought herself some stuff. And when I came back, no, I didn't feel good in the store. I didn't, but I made it. And I got home. And Betsy got us there. And I felt good. I'm still a little anxious, and of course I couldn't take a nap because I couldn't reboot because I was still anxious. Miss D. I've been having the worst anxiety lately, so thanks for this. No problem, Tyler. I need to do my nails, guys. I really need to do my nails. Because I would have to be... I love being outside. The wintertime is my worst. Yes, look at all we've done after all we've been through. Yeah. Yep. Jackie's come a long way too. You guys have all come a long way. Twisted Tea, you never lie. Every day I force myself to have a good day. I was in my office last week and was so triggered I banged on my keyboard so hard the keys popped off. Oops, sorry for your keyboard. Thank you, Becky. I think it's the worst to wake up like that, because you wake up in the morning and you're like, and then you do that and then you're like, wait a second, I don't feel right. Fuck. Yeah, been there. I need my fan, I'm hot. Hold on, guys. Okay. All right, now I might have missed. I know everybody's commenting. When you're always carrying hard, candy production of saliva helps. Oh, you see my hair? I have a video coming up. Angie, help me do it. Yeah, I don't think my meds work either anymore, but I refuse to get off of them just in case. And I refuse to up them because I have went so many years on this dose. I'm not changing nothing because I can still manage it. Look, I'm still okay. I'm still all right. I can still do what I gotta do in this thing called life. Hey, Sherry. 1,000 things going through my mind. Try to let yourself fall asleep to the TV. I remember when my anxiety was really bad, it always helped me to sleep on the couch for some reason. I don't know why. Just getting out of the bed, the place where you kind of like lay there and you're just kind of like waiting to fall asleep. I took myself out the bed and I slept on the couch for many nights just because I slept better there. I'm bipolar and I really have anxiety. I hate the meds because they make me feel like a zombie. I remember them days. I didn't feel like a zombie, but I felt like I had no emotion. Like, I couldn't be happy. I couldn't be sad. I couldn't be anything. So, at least like I could feel happiness, even though it comes with anxiety. I could feel excited, even though it comes with anxiety. I know that I am excited first, and then the anxiety comes after. Like, I cannot sit here and be afraid to be happy. You know what I mean? Damn, I haven't gotten on here and talked like deep like this in a minute. I used to not be able to look at people in the eye. Like, if somebody was talking to me and I would look them in the eye, I used to have anxiety with a little bit of agoraphobia. I had that, but I made myself get over that because I'm such a people person. How the hell can I not talk to people? But when I'm anxious, I don't want to talk to nobody. I remember my lip used to twitch and everything. Like, what? Okay, stop now. I just want to talk. I think that's when I was trying a different medication. You remember that, Jackie? I was trying a different medication and it went from my eye to my nose to my lip to my thumb every time I hired it. So I was like, oh, hell no. When my eyes started twitching, or what, I think it was my nose. When something started twitching, I was like, oh, no. Nope, can't do it. Gotta go. And then I lowered the dose, and every twitch went away. Happy, stressed, depression, sad, mad. Yeah, I guess so. It's like my body doesn't know anymore what to do with emotion. Like, it doesn't know what to do. Like, I really don't cry a lot at all. At all. I really don't. Like, a tear will come out of my eye, but, like, I really don't. So when I do cry, if I do cry, I am the ugliest crier. I really am. Because it just all comes out. But I don't really have anything to cry about. I'm happy. I miss my son. I miss Tony. I wish... That's the only thing now. It's my baby. My left eye twitches at times. That's how I know it's bad and my heart races. Yeah, I know I'm not good if my thumb twitches. Like, and yesterday my finger was twitching. So I'm like, okay, something's coming. I'm sure a YouTuber that gives you tools that helps. Okay. Yeah. It is scary when you have to be put on medication and you don't know what it's going to do. It is. Because you just want to feel better. That's why I won't change nothing. Because I know how I feel. I know how I feel right now. And I have been through so much worse. Like, when you start being okay with the anxiety that you have, that's when you have to think back on your now bad days of anxiety or depression or whatever it is, and your bad days in the past. Like, I have not got a panic attack. Like, I will catch panic attacks, where my whole body gets real hot, like a hot flash, and I start feeling real weird, and my eyes start feeling real weird. Sometimes I get that, usually around my period, and that freaks me the fuck out. But um, if I think about the panic attacks that I used to have, where my hands used to cramp up and I couldn't get in the car, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. I am never going to be the person that I was before, but I can be okay with the person that I am today. That's what I say to myself. Because when I started looking back, like, damn, I remember when I used to do that. Oh man, I wish I could do that. It will get me depressed. It will. You cannot think like that. You cannot bring yourself to that. You can't. You can think of the good times, but don't bring yourself so far down that you start feeling bad for yourself because of the way you are right now. Let it push you and drive you, but don't let it consume you, because you'll put yourself in a depression state. I've done that, and I have never been a depressed person. How do I feel now? I feel anxious. My mouth is dry. I'm a little tingly. But I'm also talking about anxiety and the way I feel too, so that could be why. By the way, back when I started driving, the therapist that I used to go to, because I had to go to this therapist to get my medication. I had to go like every month. First it was like every 2 months, every 2 weeks, then it was every month, then it was every 3 months, and then eventually she's like, "You're good, Melissa." I remember the therapist said that she was so proud of me, because most people with severe panic disorder, the agoraphobia, and the severe anxiety, sometimes they stay there. And she was so proud of me for making it that far and not being stuck, because she wanted me to up my medication, but I told her I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe next month, we think maybe. And I just didn't want to. I just knew how it made me feel. I knew my body, and I knew that it wasn't going to help. And so she congratulated me for being able to come so far, and that I didn't let myself stay where I was at, because there was a lot of women that had exactly what I had, and they couldn't pull themselves out. So I think about that. Maybe she was just telling me that, but nah. And she even knew. She was like, "I would prescribe you this, but I know you're not going to take it." So, she kind of gave up and just let me do it. And then eventually I didn't need it anymore, because I was on the same dose for so many years, and I wasn't changing it. I wasn't listening to her. I'm not going to do something because she wants me to do it. I'm going to push myself until I can no longer do it the way I'm doing it, and then I'll try. But I'm not gonna lie, there has been times where I thought maybe I need to up my medicine, but I didn't. So now I just get it from my medical doctor, because he knows that this is what I take, and what I've been taking for so many years, that I go back to him, and he's like, "Oh, how's your anxiety? Blah blah blah." And he just gives me my refills. That's it. Yeah, I know some people, Sarah, that's the same way. Not me. Ooh, you're getting your long walk home from work, Anchor. Chronic pain, major freak out. I'm off work until I have surgery and then heal. I've been listening. I was diagnosed in my 20s with panic disorder and anxiety disorder. Not all people have their first attack driving. Many never drive again. I did, but I still struggle. Sandra, you had your first panic attack while driving too? Oh, most people do have their first panic attack while driving. Ah, there you go. You walking with your little headphones on. Don't trip. Hey, Bam Bam. Really? I never met anybody else who had their first panic attack while driving. I mean, like that, like where their hands get stuck on the freaking wheel. I can sit back and laugh now, but I remember being in the hospital, like going to the hospital because something was going on and my hands were like this, they were closing. And I was like, Ma. She's like, you're okay, Melissa, you're okay, you're all right, Melissa. And she was trying to open up my hand. She's like, look, you're okay. And every time she did that, my hand went back again. You're fine, you're fine. I'm like, I'm not fine. But, so, I've come a long way. And if you have come a long way, congratulate yourself. Because some people don't get that. Some people stay stuck.
9.
It's 10?
No, it's 9.
You going to bed now?
I watch TV.
At 9?
Yes!
No, you don't.
It's 9:30.
Okay, it's 9:30. That's why you're watching TV.
Yes.
I called the ambulance. Please stop traffic. I get it. All right. Grocery store, I got dizzy. Hot flash. My mom. That happened to my mother. She passed out at the grocery store. Yeah, working out really used to help me too. Wow. There are days when my feet feel like they're in cement. Make myself take a short walk when I feel this way. I literally go 24 hours without sleeping. People don't understand anxiety and how it affects day to day. Yeah, I think it is good for everybody to. Hi, Kilo. Kilo, we're talking about my anxiety. Do you want to chime in on this? Kilo knows firsthand. I used to do that, Sandra. I used to do that. She said the doctor told me to sing in the car if I became anxious. I used to do that. I used to sing in the car, but I used to freak myself out because I couldn't remember the words. And I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm just gonna sing anything because I don't know what the words are to this song anymore. So, but I used to freak myself out. Like, why don't I remember these words? I know this song. Like, everything used to freak me out. That's why I just had to say, shut the fuck up, Melissa. You're fine. You're going to be okay. You're not losing your mind because the doctor told you that you're not crazy. The doctor told you that. Kilo's kidney stone is behaving. Right, babe? Mm-hmm, Sandra, that's right. It's our normal, and it is okay. That boy Lilo. No shirt on. Never.
Wasn't born on one. I'm not gonna
This
wear
is the attire. Ta-ta. Kilo picked this out for me.
Can I grab?
My one piece? You saw it. You saw it on me all day.
Hi, guys.
She said hi. Ew, look at Lilo.
Oh!
Ew.
They didn't see it.
They did?
Nope.
Whoa.
Good. You didn't want to see
How
it.
many people?
67.
Wow. Hi, 67 people.
Dancing helps control your breathing. Yeah, you're right. That's why I used to do that. But, girl, I've been through it all. Let me tell you. The movie stars in the house. Hey, I was going to say, you want to say hi? Tell them about your kidney stones.
What's Gucci, famo?
I think he passed it, guys.
I was good all day today. Man, I'm mad that I didn't take a shower. Believe it or not, I woke up feeling good.
Believe it or not.
Went to work, no pain, no nothing. So I think I passed that stone. I think it, like I was saying yesterday, I hope it's just a one-day thing. And it was. I'm good. Shh, don't say it too loud, because then all of a sudden tomorrow I'm gonna be on some baby shit.
Yeah, and he made me mad this morning. You laughing at me?
Yes.
He made me mad this morning, guys. No.
I need a dark curtain.
For what? For your room?
I have one more window. It wakes me up every morning.
You can get a blanket, maybe.
Cardboard.
I do have one, Layla. Here, use this.
I already have a towel up there.
Give me a kiss, baby.
This is why Kilo has kidney stones. He drinks too much coffee and not enough water. What was I saying? Yeah, I was pretty pissed at Kilo this morning. So, yesterday he was on live. He told you guys he had his kidney stones, right? Well, I was like, oh, I got to make an appointment for him because I was worried. Well, I go and make the appointment. I go and make the appointment. I got it like tomorrow. Okay? I call him up. I'm like, I got your appointment tomorrow. He tells me he ain't going. He can't not go to work. I'm like, well, if you don't go to work, if you do go to work and you're in pain driving at work, what the fuck are you gonna do? With your kidney stone, having a baby, breathing it out while you're driving? That's not really gonna work. I'm like, how are you supposed to do your job good if you are not taking care of yourself? So he kind of pissed me off, and I was like, you know what? Make your own appointments. Make your own appointments. I'm not calling and canceling. You do that. I'm done. So then he called me back, and I didn't answer with the camera. I answered, but I didn't let him see me. He was all laughing. Like, what are you doing? I'm mad at you, motherfucker. I just made this whole damn appointment, made her, telling her everything, and now you don't want to go because you think your kidney stone passed? Yeah. So, that's why I was mad. Oh, you can see right on my nose. Try Earth Clinic online for natural remedies. Guys, I can't take anything new. Like, I cannot put anything into my body that... It's very hard for me to take anything new. I get anxiety. I just can't do it. Even a vitamin. Okay? Even a freaking vitamin. Because I swear the vitamin messes with my stomach. It makes me sick. And then if I get sick, my anxiety acts up. If my body don't feel right, my mind don't feel right. Yeah, yeah. Sorry to all you non-smokers. I'll go like this. Yeah, but he has an appointment tomorrow. He's not going. No, I think he had an appointment today. No, they were supposed to call me with the appointment. See? And then he tells me, I need you to help me take care of myself. But then I do it. And then I can't drag you by your ear, Kilo, and make you go to the doctor. I mean, I could, but how would that look? Somebody said caffeine is not good. I know, and I tried. My only thing that I do bad in this world is drink coffee and smoke cigarettes. That is the only thing I do. Thank God I have never been addicted to anything else in my life. except for cigarettes and coffee. And I started drinking coffee when I was about 21 because my father came to live with me. And yeah. By the way, guys, backstory. I have a video coming up, and this is probably why I felt really funky today. And I didn't think about it until just recently. But my father's birthday, which is the day I choose to remember him on and send balloons to him. He passed away. He died 3 years ago. Uh, it was pretty traumatic. He fought really, really hard. He had, he was addicted. He was an addict. And from being an addict, he killed his body with a lot of other things besides drugs. And so that might be a reason why I don't like taking different medications.
Where's Vicky? I can't find Vicky anywhere.
He's in the house. Maybe he's in the basement. He better not be. He was addicted to all drugs. All drugs. But I think what finally took him was heroin. And even though, actually, that was a big part of it. So even though I know I try to remember him, like he was a great guy, even though he was an addict, that's why I pride myself on not judging anyone, because I've known a lot of people that have struggled in life with different addictions and have different paths than I do. And I'm very sympathetic and empathetic to people's stories. And I know everybody has a fight, and it doesn't really matter what your fight is. Everybody has their own fight in life. So that's why I never judge anybody. But hold on. But yeah, so his birthday was just 2 days ago.
Vicky's out here.
He's not out here. If he is, he will come. The door wasn't open, Angie. Go to bed. Daddy just said he was putting you to sleep.
In the baño.
In the what?
Baño.
You speak Spanish? Say un poquito.
Un poquito. Hey.
Just lost another friend to Anchor. Isn't it sad? Like, these are great fucking people. These are great people getting taken by addiction. There's this guy that I follow, and I don't know, it's just something in me, that he follows addicts who live on the street. Now, my father was homeless, and I watch him, and he keeps up with different addicts who are homeless, and he goes and sees them, and he sees how they're doing, and how they live, and what drug they use or whatever. And it kind of is intriguing to me, because my father wasn't really in my life. He would be there if I needed him, but he was on his own journey in life. It was a bad journey, but it was his, and I loved him to the day he died. I never hung that over his head. He used to say to me, "How did I get such a great daughter? Why do you forgive me?" But I think that's why I watch that guy. He's on YouTube, because it kind of gives me answers to questions that I never got to ask my father. But anyway, I have a video coming. It's me and the kids setting off the balloons, and saying happy birthday to my father when he was 21 years old, and it hit the family really hard, so remember all the good memories. Yeah. I got Tony to come with me. There's Tony. Kilo was working, so he couldn't come. He usually does come though. But yeah, that was rough. That was rough. But I knew that day was coming. When my father passed away, I knew it was coming. I was always waiting for the phone call. I knew that phone call would eventually come. But when it came, it didn't feel real. I'm a recovering heroin addict, so I can't take anything to relieve the anxiety. Just gotta find natural ways. You go, Kelly. You go, girl. Yeah, you stay away from them other things. That is your fight, and I congratulate you. Hey, it's Lori's life. It's Lori's life's in the building. What's up, Lore? Let's see here. I've been so anxious the last few days. I'm literally in peripheral panic all day. I've been in those. I know what you're talking about. Felt better when I saw your video. Didn't feel so alone. Yeah, you're not alone. You are not alone. Everybody here.
I'm Biggie. Sick in the attic.
Oh,
Good night.
good night. Oh, I love you.
Yeah,
Yep, Biggie was in the attic.
I heard him. Yeah. He's doing it.
Yep, that's how my father was, Amy. Although he, was an addict, he was like, and there was a lot of people at his funeral that would, he was loved by a lot of people. Now, he knew a lot of people because he was in and out of rehabs my whole entire life. But like, he was the king of rehab. But that was my life. And I believe anxiety stems from something deeper. It just doesn't come up like that. I think it is from trauma. And that's why I tell my kids, like, do not hold anything in. Do not. You let it out. Don't keep it in. It will destroy you eventually. What video, Laura? Hey, Mama R. Look at all my peeps. I just wanted you guys to know that I got through it. I got through the day, and I feel okay. And I feel good. I think sometimes that your body needs to maybe go through that because you're just holding it all in, and then after you get through it, you feel good. Like, okay, it's out. It's out. All that anxiety that I was holding with me is out because I had this really bad anxiety attack or something like that. If you think about it like that, all right, I had this really bad anxiety, but it was building up through the whole entire day. I knew it was coming, and now it's out, and now I could get that satisfying breath and feel okay. Like, I'm okay for right now. That's what I think the best thing is that you could tell yourself is, right now, I'm okay. Like, tomorrow when I wake up in the morning, if I feel great, I'm like, okay, I feel great. I'm good. Let me do everything I want to do. Because if I don't feel great later, at least I got everything done, right? I mean, sometimes that's the way you got to get through shit. But I try to, like, live in the moment. That's what I try to do. I try to just live in the moment. So, Thank you, Mimi. Hey, lady, are you? Yes, Kelly, I'm good. I'm good now. I wasn't. I wasn't earlier this morning, and then I pushed myself through everything, and I'm good now. I didn't even have a nap today. Tina, I have slight anxiety, but I push myself. But help my depression by gardening. Yeah, I don't think, you know what? Some people sit back and say, what do you think? Anxiety or depression is worse? But then there's some people who have anxiety and depression. So I can't answer that. I don't have depression. My best friend does have depression. Um, and I know that her fight is equal to mine. Like, like she has her own fight. Not equal, but like I can't say she's worse off than me or I'm worse off than her. I can't because I don't know what she feels like. Yeah, I was exhausted too. I was exhausted today too, but and I still felt off, but I just kept moving. I haven't for such a long time. It's been a really long time that um, I have talked about my anxiety. It's only because like it really got me today. It was hard, but I made it. I think my last video on anxiety was obviously at the old house a long time ago because usually back in the day when I first started my YouTube, I would get on and do my makeup when I was anxious. And by the time I was done doing my makeup, I wasn't anxious anymore. I would be doing my makeup, I'd be talking to you guys, and then at the end, I would look good. I always say, look good, feel better. Because I start playing like painting, you know what I'm saying? Like just playing with my face, doing stuff, and by the end, I didn't have anxiety. And that's what I would do for a while. Now I don't know, I just been really, really busy and I kind of lost myself. Like I used to read a lot, I used to crochet, I used to do a lot of different things. And I don't do those things anymore. But I mean, because I'm moving and, you know, trying to settle the house and editing. Back in the day, I didn't used to upload and record. I didn't do family vlogs. I just did myself. I came on as myself. It wasn't until recently that I thought maybe I'll just do family vlogs. You know, it was. I mean, I do everything. You guys know. I got a hair video coming up. Um, I don't really do makeup anymore because I don't wear a lot of makeup anymore. I usually just do lashes, brows, foundation, and some highlight and some lip gloss. It can be a nightmare. Yeah, Kelly. You just hold on to them good days. Probably. That's probably what it was, Mimi. I don't know. I guess you're the one of the strongest woman I have ever met. I felt like we have met you. You're so beautiful, and again, I appreciate you sharing. Let's all clap our hands. We need more sessions of Let's Talk. Aww. Aww. You're a great mom and a hard worker. You seem to get stuff done. You're beautiful, and I know you have a lot of stress. Keep your head up. You got this. You know what, Kelly? You know what I think? Sometimes I sit back and I be like, my life is not like there are people out there who are really, really going through some shit. So I have to sometimes sit back and think, I could have been going through some other shit right now. Shoot. with the whole breast cancer thing and everything. Which Tony asked me, "Ma, so you okay? You all right? You good?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I am. Do you have to go back?" "Well, I do. I have to go back and get another mammogram." So I'm not looking forward to getting another mammogram because I just don't want them to like look. I really don't want to go because I don't want them to see anything. Yep, there's always somebody who has it worse. Always. Hey guys, by the way, the landlord came and grabbed the jacuzzi today, but that stack of wood is still not gone. And so I messaged him and I'm like, "So are you coming back to get the rest of the stuff? The wood with nails and everything?" He says to me, "Well, technically that's not my property. It's the other person's property. But I know it was the tenant before you that made that mess. So we're going to get it up." I'm like, okay, good. Because, and then he tells me, I was like, "Well, if it's harder for you to just come and get it up," because it was actually really really hard for him to like rent that truck, I guess. I don't freaking know. He even said to me, "I apologize, it's finally out, but like it took a couple weeks." Yeah, it took a couple weeks. I busted my ass in this yard every single time, and every single time he would come back, he would make a mess and just leave it there. But I said to him, "If you want to just buy me a fence and I will put it up, because you guys know I will put up that dang fence when Kilo's at work, I will do the dang thing, okay? And I'll put it up around everything. I'll take the loss of that little piece of driveway and I'll put up the fence." He told me that between this house and the other house, his pockets are dry. I guess he owns another house in another town or another city and nobody lives there, so he has to pay the rent for that house or the mortgage. He has to pay the mortgage because he doesn't have any tenants, and he really can't buy me a fence. So I'm about to start throwing that shit right over the ledge because I cannot deal with it. Yup, the kids always keep you going. The kids. It's the kids. Yup, I told him that. Anchor, I told him that. I said, "I'm afraid that my kids are going to step on a nail." But he's telling me that that's not his property. I even put up a fence. I even put up this little, that, I don't know if you guys saw the fence that Lalo made. I put it up to like hide it. And Jackie was laughing at me. I don't even know if Jackie is here still. But Jackie was laughing at me because I took down the fence to move the jacuzzi from the middle of my yard back over to the other side where it was, because he wasn't going to just leave the jacuzzi there for days. Anyway, she was laughing at me because I couldn't get the fence back. I couldn't remember how I put the fence. Yeah, I said, "Okay, so what about the concrete?" Guys, this freaking people that was living here before me worked construction, okay? I guess this is what the neighbor told me, though. The neighbors. They came over and they said, "Oh, don't be surprised if you see like, oh, you can't make a garden here because the people who lived here before you used to dig up holes and bury the junk that he did not take to the junkyard. He used to bury it in the backyard." So I'm over here raking and stuff, cleaning out the yard. What do I find? A whole freaking rug underneath the ground. A whole rug. A fucking rug. I was like, people must have thought I was crazy. They must have heard me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm over here raking. Like, a whole fucking rug is underneath this ground right here. Yeah. And then, like, you could see there's little spaces where, like, there's concrete and stuff. It's a whole fucking mess. And I told the guy, I told the landlord, I was like, "I don't know if you know this, but the guy that used to live here before, used to dig up stuff and throw junk." Hey, Chrissy's live. Chrissy's in the house. and bury the junk. He was like, oh no, I didn't know that, but they used to be really great tenants and then they turned out terrible. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. So I cannot have a garden in my yard. And I really want to buy a fence, but I'm like, why would I really do want to buy a fence. Lady popped her damn chain trying to get a cat. Popped right out her harness. Broke it twice. Fell off the ledge. Look, guys, I cleaned it. Kilo was... Where was Kilo? Kilo was, I think, at the movies with the kids. Girl, putting a fence up is tough. Yeah, but... Hold on. Look. I don't know if you could... Okay, so... What it was before, you remember all that junk? You can't really see. You can't really see, huh? Hold on. Okay, all that junk that was right there, all the wood that was over there, I got the little fire pit, all the junk is now... Hold on. Let's take a gander. If I could try to do this here. Can you see that? You can't. Anyway, it's all over here. Over here where you don't know where I'm telling you. And it rained like hell. My pool, I gotta shock it tonight. It rained like hell the other night. It's like a big freaking, what's that called? Tsunami? No, not a tsunami. I don't know what you call it. But anyway, it was flooded. But that's not going to get me. I'm not going to let that get to me. I know he's not going to come back for it. But I'm going to do something with it. I don't know, Penny. Penny, thanks for commenting, Penny. I don't know, though. I don't know what's under there. I know he used to work on cars. Yep. I don't know. Guys, when I looked at this house, I thought, look how big it is. Look how big the backyard is. I can put a pool back here like I used to at my other house. The kids could play on the street because Layla goes out, plays basketball every day. I got a basement, an attic. I got my beauty. I had everything. It had everything I wanted, okay? I did not know that he was not going to fix everything. Like, I thought that when I came back, the little things that I did see, I figured he knew what he needed to do. And when I came back to move, that everything was going to be done. So when I got the truck, when I got the keys, I paid the security deposit, all that freaking money, $1,200 that I have to pay to him to get the keys. I thought by the time I came back to move in, it was going to be gone. He told me it was going to be gone, but it wasn't gone. So somebody said you need to be out there observing. I hope not. I hope not, Chrissy. He seems cool. He does seem cool. But this is my problem. This is what I did the last time. Like, I do so much for these landlords. Like, I give them slack and I don't talk shit. And I'm not a pesty tenant. I'll do shit. I'll do a lot of shit myself before I actually say, like, I need your help, bro. And this is what I did the last time with the other landlady. And do you know, she has still not paid me my security deposit. She tried to pull, oh, you didn't give me your forwarding address until the 13th of July. But lady, I gave you the keys and messaged you. I have everything in a message saying, hi, Fran, it's Melissa. I'm all moved out. Where do you want me to put the key? But what I should have did is had her inspect it and then gave her the key. But she said, "Oh, you didn't give me your forwarding address." Why would you need my forwarding address? Why would she need to know where I'm moving? I thought I just need to make sure I was out of the house. I call you. You come and inspect it to make sure that nothing's damaged, and then you give me my money. I have a feeling she don't got the freaking money. I messaged her like, Fran, what is the problem? Like, what is the problem? Oh, Goy went in and checked it out. The check should be coming soon. But, by the way, I technically have 30 days from July 13th. Yeah, okay. So I'm pissed about that, too. But I'm not going to let that get to me. I'll wake up tomorrow and I won't even think about it. But I need that money, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you guys saw there was nothing damaged in that house. There was nothing damaged. I painted. I freaking washed the floors that I did not have to do. I could have just pulled up the rugs because those were my rugs. But they were still good. I put down tiles in there. Whatever. The house was a shitty house and I stayed there. I think she's mad because I actually really did leave. Like, she didn't think I was going to be able to leave. Because she had told me before, there's not many houses that take dogs. Well, I found one. I believe that doubles your security deposit refund. What? What do you mean? What doubles, Jackie? If they're late? It should. But she's trying to say, on July 13th, I said to her, okay, Fran, did you look at the apartment yet? You were supposed to go on the week of the 4th. The week before the 4th of July, you were supposed to look. I've been out of the apartment since the 30th, before then even. And did you go? Oh, no, I didn't get a chance to. I'll be heading there this week sometime. Okay. So I messaged her back again. So what's going on with the apartment? I don't think she put it in account. She did ask me. You know what she asked me? What was your rent? Because I'm not quite sure of what the rent was. I'm like, okay. So I gave her the amount of the rent. Oh, okay. What the hell was she trying to say? So I think she's really just, I don't even care. I don't even care if she just gives me 1,000 back. Just give me something back, man. If she doesn't pay me within 30 days, then I'll have to take her to court, right? I already went to court for her. On her side. She knew what the rent was when she was collecting it. Yeah, exactly. Nah, you know why? Because that house is basically extra income for her. That house was handed down to her. So, and it was going straight into her account. So, I don't even think she really even checked. But now nobody's living there. And the people in the other floors barely pay their rent. So, no money's coming out of that apartment. I don't know, guys. Have a good night, Sarah. Hey, Marta's family. She has 30 days from the day you handed her the keys. If you don't have it in your hand, you can take her to court and get 3 times your security back. Are you serious? No, problem was, you know what she told me? Okay, just lock the door and put the keys on the counter. No, I think she told me to leave the door open. Leave the door open and put the keys on the counter is what she said. That Goy, the guy that takes care of the apartment, was going to go in there. Well, I didn't feel comfortable leaving the door unlocked and keeping the keys on the counter. So I locked the door, kept the window open, and put the keys on over the sink. And I told her that. And I told her I didn't feel comfortable. leaving them like that. So I didn't actually give her the keys in hand, but I do have it in a text message stating that I was out of the apartment on the 30th. But she tried to hit me back with, but you didn't give me the forwarding address. Hey, Cree. That's what Keela was saying. Keela was like, how they gonna, you can't move into the apartment until you pay the security deposit, right? Well, shoot, the day I move out, I should be getting it. Unless there's stuff. That's why I said to her, I was like, Fran, can you tell me, like, can you be honest with me? Like, what is going on? Like, at that point, I was assuming she would be like, well, this, that, and the other thing, but she didn't. She didn't tell me nothing. She didn't tell me Goy went in there and looked and saw this, that, whatever. She didn't tell me nothing. She just said, okay, he looked at the apartment. You should have the check in the mail soon. But FYI, that's what she put. FYI, technically. So what? If I didn't give her the keys? So I had to give her the keys and give her a forwarding address? I never had to do that. Oh, really? It doesn't matter. I didn't want to give my old manager my forwarding address. That's what I'm saying. Like, what if I didn't have a house of my own? Like, why did they need a forwarding address? Why does she need to know where I'm living? Because she wants to put the check in the mail? I used to pay her through PayPal. I even told her, I was like, if it's easier for you, you can just pay me back the way I used to pay you. That would be the 30th. I don't know. Hey, Carolyn. She can say it got lost in the mail. Interesting. Okay, so she has my forwarding address. Why don't she just come to my house and give me my check? The hell, these people. They do the mailing thing for legal reasons. Well, it's been 30 days. On the 30th is when I said I was out. Only because it was the last day and I couldn't move out until the 1st anyway. It better not bounce on me. I don't remember what I paid her with. Can't remember. It wasn't a check because I didn't have a check. I don't have checks. I don't use checks. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. But I want my money back. It's not fair. It kind of sucks. Really big balls. Alright, guys. So I'm going to get off because I've been on here for a really long time. But I really, 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 really enjoyed. Oh, no. There was... Sean is here. And her name is really Carolyn. Me too. I'll give you guys an update though. But I want to do my nails. I really do want to do my nails. But I'm not sure if I should because I don't want to get a headache. But I really miss them. Page 910 in that. Okay. Good night, Carolyn. No. Section 8 has nothing to do with the deposit. Nope. That's why I cannot call Section 8 and be like, listen, they're not giving me my deposit. They don't handle deposits. You have to come up with your own deposit. Kelly, what's your daughter's name? I didn't see it. Wait. Hey, Kelly's daughter. I don't see where you asked that. Hey, Jasmine. How cute. Thanks, Chrissy. Thank you for touching on this subject, Millie, and keeping us company. We love you, doll. Have a good night and sweet dreams. Thank you. You too. All right, guys. So just remember, I'm going to end this with, on a positive note, we're getting off that landlord situation, but just remember, if tomorrow you wake up and it's not a good day, it's okay. Because it will get better. And if the next day is not good, it's okay. Because eventually you're going to have a great fucking day. And when that great fucking day comes, you're going to enjoy every single minute of it. Every minute. You're going to embrace every second of that day. And then you're going to remember it on your bad day. You're going to remember, you know what? Okay, today's not so good, but I remember that other day. That other day was great, and I'm going to have another great day like that. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it will come again. You just hold on. Thank you guys for being here and joining me on this live. I like the fact that everybody can come together and just speak their mind, speak their feelings, and like connect. Like straight connect. No talking shit. No nothing. Just straight connect with each other and feel each other. Like hear each other. Like it does feel good to know that everybody's anxiety and whatever disorders that we have, because we're all not normal, we can still all come together and fight together. We're fighting together. All right, so until the next live, hopefully you'll see me in the next video with, you're not going to see me in the next video with nails because I did that video. That video is coming out. But hopefully soon you will see me with my nails. And I'll be like, I have a really fun vlog coming too. Oh my gosh, Tina. All right, you try to go to sleep, babe. Tell her to go for it, Kelly. Tell Jasmine to go for it. All right, guys. Good night. I'm gonna go spend time with I'm gonna go spend time with some Kilo first. All right.